Welcome to week 9 of Are You Hungry Fantasy Football. I'm your co-host, Nikki Stills. Bobby Bubbles is at MetLife Stadium for the Giants-Commanders game. This is my third and final game as a host here. It is Tidal Wave against Moose. I don't have the stats for you here, but I can tell you Tidal Wave is winning 15-0 right now with a 50% chance, 49% chance of winning. 93 for Moose, 92 for Tidal Wave is the current projection for fantasy. I'll start with talking about the Jets defense real quick. 15 against Houston. You're never going to see that usually against a good offense like that. They got lucky that C.J. Stroud sucks now because of his sophomore slump. Also, no Nico Collins and no Stephon Diggs, so that's probably why. Anyway, going into the quarterbacks, we have Baker Mayfield against the Kansas City Chiefs. That should be a great game tomorrow night, but at Arrowhead, Chiefs will win the game. I see Baker having I think he does good, though. 3 touchdowns, and that's all you need for a league where you get 6 points for a passing touchdown. It's great for Baker. I think he gets 25, 30 fantasy points this week. Kyler, I think he gets around the same. Cardinals are starting to look like a good team. And against the Bears, who I think it was last week, Jaden Daniels, 30-something fantasy points. Kyler Murray is not that much different of a player than Jaden. And if Jaden could do it against the Bears, why can't Kyler, especially with Marvin Harrison? So I like a pretty much even amount of points, but if I had to put my money on one of the QBs to do better, I would pick Baker Mayfield. Justice Hill, who I think had a terrible week last week. Yeah, 1.9, 2 carries. You have... Ooh. It's a rough start there. A-Chain, solid this week. Like I said in the last episode, Miami hasn't beat Buffalo at Buffalo since 2016. Tua was in high school when that happened. Doesn't mean A-Chain can't have a good day, but I don't think that game's going to be too close, and I think A-Chain stays fairly quiet, and which sucks because you want A-Chain to do good when you have to start Justice Hill. I think the team, obviously, based on the name, they gave up on the year already. Justice Hill, that's a rough start. I don't like Justice Hill this week. James Conner and Tony Pollard. I do like Tony Pollard this week. He will explode for a 60-yard touchdown and then get a 2-yard touchdown later in the game. 20 points for Pollard today. James Conner, you would think he does well this year too. I don't think he's been doing, let me just make sure. See, he's either getting like 3 points or 20. But recently he's been doing like 18 and 12. So, I'm going to split the difference. 15 points for James Conner this week. Lock it in. The Murray and Conner stack has proven to be pretty solid this year for Moose. Give me the right side for running backs there, obviously. By a lot. That's probably going to be the reason they win. Marvin Harrison Jr. and Darnell Mooney. Darnell Mooney, didn't think that was going to happen this year. But I think it will continue this week. His historic year, career year, former Bear. 15 points for Darnell Mooney this week, by the way. Marvin Harrison Jr. Cancels out the points with Kyler, though, if that's the case. If it's a James Conner's day, Moose will make this game not even close. If it's a Kyler and passing kind of day, points cancel out there. Kyler and Marvin Harrison Jr. on opposite sides of this fantasy matchup here. I think it will be a mix, though. So give me Kyler and James Conner for the benefit there over Marvin Harrison, if that makes sense. I like Harrison, though, for like 8-9 points today. No touchdowns. High amount of yards, though. Justin Jefferson and Westbrook-Ikhine, who recently was picked up, I believe, by Moose, I think this morning. Jefferson, I talked in an earlier episode about it being Jordan Addison's day. Doesn't mean Jefferson can't get 100 yards, because I think he probably will. A lot of over-the-middle catches. I see it this week. Ikhine, sorry, but it's the time that he will. I think he had a touchdown last week against the Lions. Doesn't mean anything. I think you had to have started him, though, because of... Is it Metcalf? Yeah, Metcalf. And obviously Evans is out. You had to start someone. And Akine is the. There's someone else that I'm not going to talk about with a hyphenated name who I want to pick up. CBS isn't letting me right now. I would have picked him up instead. Westbrook-Akine. We'll see what he does. I don't think he does good this week, though. So give me. I got a tie here for wide receivers in points for Moose and Tidal Wave. Sorry. My words aren't coming out like they should right now. A lot of stuff that I'm saying doesn't make sense. However, Kyle Pitts, I'll make this sound easy. Kyle Pitts against Dallas will not have a good game. 2 catches, 20-something yards. Simple as that. Cade Otton will have a touchdown against the Chiefs. He is on a streak. Tampa Bay and Todd Bowles will not let that stop. Chiefs defense will try to make that stop, but they will not be able to. I think Cade Otton keeps it going. I don't know about yards, but I'll definitely get 7 points at least. Amari Cooper in the flex, that's nice. I mean, I don't think he's still questionable. Yeah, 1 catch for 3 yards last week, and he's questionable this week. Don't like Cooper this week. Just saying. And we have tight end stack, flex and tight end, which I get flashbacks to my 2021 or 2022 team of Hawkinson and Kelsey. So this looks nice to see it. Laporta and Otton. I don't know about Laporta this week. I mean, he's been inconsistent all year. I mean, I don't think he's any week this year where he's had an amazing performance. Yeah. He had a 14-point game and a 10-point game. The only weeks he scored touchdowns, I think. Yeah. This week, Laporta will have 30 yards and a touchdown. So 9 points for you. Good job. Tyler Bass and Justin Tucker, doesn't really matter. Tucker sucks now. I don't know how that's possible. Yeah, he fell off. He's a grandpa now. Tyler Bass, I mean, you're kicking in Buffalo. I don't know what the weather is like there, but he's adjusted to that weather, so he's fine. I like Tyler Bass for double-digit points, so give me him. We already talked about Jets defense. Vikings defense against Indianapolis. If it was Anthony Richardson, I would like it. It's Joe Flacco, so I'm going to say meh. Not as many points as the Jets defense. Tank Dell, I would have started over Cooper this week. That was an interesting pick. Maybe even Mooney. That's what the struggle bus would do. That would have given you a better chance. However, this game is weird. I got a 97 for Moose to 84 Tidal Wave. If Tidal Wave started Tank Dell, that would have been closer, just saying. But yeah, that's what I got. Sorry that I was pretty hard to understand for most of this. My mind wasn't... Oh, my God. What was coming out of my mouth wasn't what my mind was thinking. So sorry if some of this was hard to understand, but that's week 9.